All right, so I got a request on one of my comments on my latest vlog video, and it was from Forrest Smith Official 3 days ago. Said, can you do a video on when you went to DI school and all the way to your last cycle? Just some stories, because I'm sure you have plenty, brother. Yes, I do. Now the thing with DI school and then going into the drill field. When once you go into the drill field, it's a whole different ball game, of course, right? From going into the then compared to the DI school. In the DI school, there's gonna be a lot of time that you gotta spend just learning being a leader, right? Being a leader and being able to complete the curriculum. When it comes down to the curriculum, like leadership evaluations, deliver a period of instruction, delivering like period of instructions, lead a guided discussion, unit leader drill evaluation, so on and so on. We have everything: uniform inspection, teach backs is going to be one of the ones that I think it's not hard. The whole teach backs is not hard. The only thing that made it hard was getting to learn how to use your diaphragm and in order to have your voice of execution, your voice of command travel, right? You had to from your diaphragm up, and a lot of us tend to use just our throat, and man, your voice goes out. I was even spitting blood at one time. That's how hard you gotta go. And when you do the teach backs, you're from one you're on the parade deck. You're from one side to the across all the way to the other side where the administration buildings are at, and you had to use your command of execution, your preparatory commands, all that needed to be projected and being able to reach the uh, the drill instructor on the other side. So yeah, but so teach bash is going to be the big one, of course. Drill, right? Drill is the big one. Fitness test, the fitness test. I always pass the fitness test. The combat fitness test was a big one as well. That's the one that I actually had a lot of fun with. Obstacle courses and all that. And not only that, but once you're in DI school, you'll be able to be attached to a battalion, into a company, and then you go and attach yourself to them, and you actually end up going to the crucible while you're still in DI school, right? You get to go and be a student at the crucible during DI school. And it's funny because once you're there, you're like, oh, no wonder when I was a recruit, you will see these. We thought they, I don't know, maybe they were recruits, but we kind of already knew they were Marines because of the rank. But they were like screaming at us as well, like drill instructor with the cover, with a self cover on. They didn't even have a campaign cover, a smoky or anything like that. They were just screaming at us like drill instructors with a soft cover, DI school students. So, but yeah, this video right here was posted a few months ago, just by the Marine Corps channel, and they actually update you a lot on this. There's not a lot of drill instructor videos out there anymore. There's like a few. If you just look up drill instructor on YouTube, there's not a lot anymore. There's like old ones. Why? Because they don't really allow it. They don't allow the media to go into the squad base or anything like that and record footage of drill instructors. It's private unless you get a authorization to go in there. Then yeah, but you not just anybody will go. And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't want to get recorded because from the outside it looks like we're torturing the recruits. We hate the recruits. We want to kill the recruits. But behind closed doors, like in the duty hut, It's actually all an act, right? You put together an act. A lot of times we need to discipline the entire platoon, and we just find something wrong with somebody, and then so that gives us the opportunity to discipline the entire platoon, not just an individual recruit. So it's good to continually discipline the entire platoon because it just makes the whole entire platoon stronger. Because we, as like especially as a kill hat, your only job is to use incentive training to discipline every single recruit in there individually. You can grab 3 or 4 and take them to the quarter deck and IT the heck out of them. But then when we get on the same page with the other drill instructors to discipline the whole platoon, then all we need is for somebody to make one mistake and its own. And the way we do that is usually just a unlocked locker, a full locker, right? An unlocked full locker will give us complete access to the entire platoon. So, but yeah, and that's about it. One funny story that happened to me while I was a DI there, and this was at the end after there were Marines already. They were considered Marines because we got back from the Crucible and all that, and they received the Eagle Globe and Anchor and all that. So they were considered Marines already. Um, they didn't address us as drill sergeant. They'll address us as our rank, sergeant, staff sergeant, and stuff like that. Um, and So one day, we're preparing for graduation already, and we were in the duty hut. I think I was by myself at that time. I was just, helping out the Marines now. They weren't recruits anymore. I was helping them out, with their uniforms and all that. They can now talk to you normally, basically. So, I was helping. I was going in and out of the duty hut, and one time I was in the duty hut, and I heard them kind of whispering or something. I'm like, what are they doing now? And they were kind of quiet at one moment. I came out, and as soon as I came out of the duty hut, all the Marines were online at position of attention right by their full locker, lined up, squared away, but in their skivvies, in their white skivvies. Everybody in their white skivvies were formed up online as I came out, and even some of them wrote with a marker with a Sharpie, wrote like Sergeant, Sergeant Ramos and stuff like that. Um, in the back of their undies, and some of them in their front, so on and so on, trying to pull a prank on me. Did I IT them? No, I couldn't. You can't IT the Marines anymore. You can't IT them because they're Marines. So that kind of sucked. Oh, they wouldn't have gotten away with that if they were still recruits. Oh man, all hell would have broke loose. All hell would have broke loose. If it was before the Crucible and they would have done that, here's what I would have done was I would have just left it as it is. I would have said, "Good, good. You want to act up? You want to act up like this? Good. Eyeballs, click, sir. No, really, eyeballs, click, sir. Get out of right." I'll give them a little bit of a taste, but then I'll be like, you know what? Zero. When you say zero, everybody has to freeze. And then I will say, what was that command? Oof, it's been a while. as you were, right? As you were. So they go in and continually doing their own thing. And later on, I'll go and huddle with my other fellow drill instructors, including the senior drill instructor, and they'll back you up. They'll back you up, especially doing something like that. Because as a drill instructor, we always want to discipline the recruits. We don't let nothing we don't let nothing go. Even if you blink one too many times, you want to discipline. No, you can blink, but it's touching their face, moving that position of attention, so on and so on, not addressing the drill instructor correctly, so on and so on. So that will be a fine and beautiful, delicious opportunity to really take them back to even Black Friday on phase 2 or something like that. So, and we will have a field day. It will be amazing. We will flip everything inside out and upside down, and then still give them a whole hour by the numbers to square away the squad bay in detail. So that's what I would do. But that happened after the Crucible, so I couldn't really do much. It was a good prank. They got me. They got me by surprise. But yeah, just want to share that story. But other than that, I have some bad stories. I remember, man, I got disciplined for um, drop kicking full lockers, sharking. We will get disciplined for that as a drill instructor. Um, Even at the pool, we will be disciplined because it was just too much stress that we're piling up on them. And it swim week is already hard enough. You'd be surprised how many people, how many civilians don't know how to swim. Is crazy. 75% of the entire platoon does not know how to swim. Yeah, so during the high school, RTO, closed book and open book exams, the basic warrior training exams, so on and so on. We have a lot of exams. Um, I have another story on close order drill when we get tested for the close order drill. I remember that was my favorite part. That was my favorite part with close order drill, especially having the NCO sword and being able to drill them with the sword, with the NCO sword. And for that exam, I remember me and another guy, we scored the highest. We had a tie because when you do the exam, you'll know who scored the highest and who scored the lowest. And of course, you have to pass. Um, but then we see who received the highest. And if you get the highest, I think you get a trophy. I think you get a little close order drill trophy. And I remember me and another Marine, we scored the highest. We got the same exact score. So we got first place together. And so they had us redo it. They had us redo it, and we redid it. He ended up beating me by 1 point. So, but it was fun. It was exciting. The physical fitness test is awesome as a drill instructor, student. We still do field day, by the way, as a student. We still do field day and all that. So it's crazy. It's fun. But there you have it. I don't really want to make this channel too much about the Marine Corps like this. Just here and there, I'll pass some information, maybe some tips. a little bit of knowledge on what to expect if you're planning to go into the Marine Corps, or if you need any help while you're in the Marine Corps, like just some advice. I can, I can give you advice in regards to, even my mistakes, what I did wrong, what I did right, so on and so on. So, but there you have it. Hope you enjoyed these videos. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care, be safe, stay motivated.